Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who dodged a bullet story. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. When I was 14, I went to my best friend's house for her birthday party. A 30-year-old guy that worked for the parents asked her to tell me that he wanted to take me out on a date. I said I had a boyfriend. He seemed nice, but he started following us everywhere and just standing back staring at us. They had a huge farm. I got nervous and called mum to come get me. Months later, we saw his wanted poster at our grocery store. He was a serial killer, the railway killer. Mum didn't believe me until it was on AMW that night and they interviewed my friend's foster parents. Then she freaked. Whoa, okay, yeah, they definitely just dodged death. I mean, that's already like a big red flag. A 30-year-old guy asking out a 14-year-old girl, trying to take her out on a date. That's not a nice person thing to do. I was outside playing with a hose by myself. A man appeared at my fence and asked me to come over. I walked over. He leaned down and picked me up. I started kicking at him and he dropped me almost immediately, then walked away. After that, I ran inside, hid in my closet, and never told a single person. I had almost forgotten about it or thought I had imagined it until years later when my mum was telling me about how they recently solved a cold case of a man who kidnapped a girl around my age. Holy shit, that's so crazy to think about how like their brain was telling them that it could have been an imagination. Like, I guess they were so scared and so traumatized that they almost erased it from their memory. The fact that he just did this so casually, walking over to someone's house, outside someone's fence, and just tried to pick a kid up, just feels like he probably did this like a lot of times. I was once the last person to cross a bridge before it fell. Looked in my rear view to see what the noise was, to see open air where there should have been road, and some white-faced people who were about to just cross as well. Wait, what is this? Final destination? Like, what the heck? They crossed the bridge, and then after they crossed, the bridge just collapsed? What the heck? So there was no one else on the bridge, right? After them? Oh my gosh. Oh, this is one of my biggest fears too. You know, when you're like crossing a bridge, at the back of your mind, you're like, I hope this bridge can support all these cars and everything, right? I used to hook up with guys on Craigslist. I was going through a really self-destructive phase of my life, and that's really all I have to say about that. I was supposed to meet up with this one guy. I was on the way to his motel room when I get a text from him. Clearly an accident and meant for someone else. It was a picture of me and it said something like, got a new toy for us this week. Ugh. Yeah, some people are freaking nasty. I don't know who it was for, but we were only supposed to hook up that night, and then I was leaving. Wow, hooking up with people on Craigslist, that's like the worst place to find people. One day, a male co-worker of hers asked her on a date. She was friends with him and liked him well enough, but she had a boyfriend at the time, so she politely turned him down. He took it like a champ and jokingly said, you should dump that guy, I'll treat you much better. Yeah, nah. Anyone who says that, they won't treat you better. Less than a year later, he was arrested for murdering his ex-wife because she wouldn't let him borrow her car. So this is the better he's talking about? These stories are not good. Yeah, it makes me not want to meet anyone. I met this one guy as an adult. He was a mutual friend in my group. Thought he was cute, gave him my social media information and we chatted back and forth for a little bit. I moved away from the area not long after we met. After I moved, he messaged me constantly asking me to come over to his house, attend parties with him and come to his area so he could buy me a drink, so on and so forth. I politely declined every time. This went on for literally a year. Okay, if someone's still messaging you after a year, after you said no so many times, that's for sure someone you don't want to meet. They don't know how to take no for an answer. It's obvious. Eventually, I entered into a committed relationship. Shortly after he asked if I had a boyfriend, I said yes, and he proceeded to send me a bunch of pictures of his wiener. I instantly blocked him. 2 years later, through our mutual friends, I found out that he had been assaulting women. When police came to his house to arrest him, they found a woman in a dog kennel in his living room. Not sure about the entire story behind the girl in the kennel, but just thinking about it freaks me out. Well, I'm glad he got arrested. I just have no faith in humanity right now, honestly. Like, I'm just so done with people. Except you guys. A very long while ago, when I was real young, maybe 6 to 8, my mum was taking me and my older brother, 8 to 10, to gymnastics. We were allowed to sit in the front as long as we didn't distract our mum driving. My mum asked us if we wanted to sit in the front, and we both decided not to for some reason, which was weird because we usually fight to sit passenger. We were on our way there, and right as we start heading down one of the main roads, a very large truck swerves into our lane, hitting the back of our car, and we are thrown forward into a parked car on the side of the road. My mum's leg was broken and my brother needed stitches in his lip that he bit through, and I was fine. The passenger seat though was destroyed. This chair was in a ball, the engine on top of it with a large hole in the dash and tons of broken glass in the seat. If my brother or I sat in shotgun that day, we would have been 6 feet deep right now. Ooh. Now everyone's gonna be rethinking about sitting in the passenger seat. I actually hardly sit passenger seat because I just rather be sitting at the back sleeping. I just let the person in the front talk to the person driving, because you gotta have someone talk to the person driving, else they're gonna be bored, right? And I'm just so tired. By the end of everything, I'm just like, nah, I'm going to sleep. See ya. My mum's best friend had a son get out of prison. He was doing tattoos for a living. We lived in a state that still had tattoos illegal at the time, so he and his mum came to our house to give us a tattoo. I was like 18 at the time, and I think he was in his early 20s. His mum kept hinting and eventually outright suggesting I let him take me on a date. She swore up and down he needed a good influence like me. Oh, yeah, no, thank you, run. If someone is like, oh, he just needs someone to fix his life and you are the perfect person. Nope. If he can't fix his life himself, then it's over. You have to be the one to be like, okay, I want to change and I'm going to do it. You don't have someone else try to fix your life. Yeah, that's a big red flag. I'll admit I did feel pressured quite a bit. His mum was one of my favorite people in the world and I felt like I was letting her down, but I was not feeling it. Dude was not attractive at all. I also found it really creepy that he kept oddly stroking my foot while doing a tattoo several inches above my ankle. But we managed to end the tattoo party with no dates made. Cool. About 3 months later, I'm listening to the news as background noise and I hear her son's name mentioned. Police are looking for him. That's so freaking sad. Honestly, some people, they go to prison, they get out of the prison, and then they do the same crime. And then they go back to prison. Like, that just annoys me so bad. I don't even know how I feel. Like, I'm glad she dodged a bullet, right? But it's just so sad that the other person didn't. We hate people, right? We definitely hate people. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!